when you were looking at the criteria, you looked at a map of the world, you did consulting with a firm, and Paraguay struck you as safe. I've not been to Paraguay, but I've traveled elsewhere within Latin America. I had a stint working for a bit for a company in Mexico City. I've been to quite a few Caribbean islands because I'm a citizen of one of the Caribbean islands as well. So, and if it's one thing with the Americas that I don't associate with is safety. My sense is, and again, I have not been to Paraguay, right? So my sense is if I'm looking for safety, I'm looking at Europe, certain European countries. I'm looking at certain parts of Asia, but definitely I would have written off the Americas. My perception is that living in the Americas is all about enclaves, choosing the right enclave. So, for example, here in Uruguay, if I were to live here, it would definitely not be in Montevideo. It would be in Punta del Este with everybody else. Montevideo is like a typical Latin American city. If you have a residential property in a nice neighborhood, you're going to have those electric fences at the top, or you're going to have this crazy barbed wire thing going on, or you're going to have a security guard at the booth with not just a gun, but he's going to have a bulletproof vest on. It's like crazy Fast and Furious stuff, So in Punta del Este, it's people don't even have fences, and people, nice ceiling to floor, like glass, and it's just perfect and pristine and beautiful, like it is in other parts of like Panama and Caribbean and whatever. Is Paraguay like that?
So usually whenever you look at safety, I guess, ratings charts of South America, Paraguay is either second behind Uruguay or third behind Uruguay and Chile in terms of safety. I really liked your idea of an enclave, and it's like anywhere in regards to in those safe parts, but then also there's parts where I'm not going to be walking around the shanty towns near the river, in the middle of the night. That's not smart. In Paraguay, I'd say 95% of the expats, they live in this, it's kind of a new development in the middle of the city, and that's very safe. So what I'll give you a comparison of Paraguay and perhaps, say, Colombia in terms of my experience. So in Paraguay, often I'll have a phone conversation just walking, at midnight, just walking around the streets, oblivious to my surroundings. That's never been a problem. I wouldn't do that in other South American countries. In Paraguay, I can have a meal outdoors and I can put my phone on the table in front of me and I'm not worried someone's going to run and grab it. I potentially wouldn't do that in Colombia or Brazil. And also in Paraguay, I can have be in a taxi, just talking on my phone. I don't think a motorcycle is going to come. Someone's going to grab in and pull it out of my hand. So in that regard, it is a lot safer. However, you're right. It's not Japan. It's not Switzerland, one of the benefits here is obviously that it's such a low cost of living, but that means that there are people that are obviously are at a higher poverty levels, which will lead to higher crime. In general, though, Paraguayans are they're very relaxed, non-violent, sort of, I wouldn't say passive, but they're just very calm, peaceful people. They don't really have a violent sort of culture. In terms of South American options, I would say very safe, but in some parts of the US, it wouldn't be as safe as that. You do have to have a little bit of caution in regards to how you conduct yourself.
Understood.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.